Hello everyone, this is Polygon Wizard. Welcome back to Attack of the B Team. As you can see, I've had a little bit of an accident with a pickaxe. Okay, it's just a hat, but it's funny. I thought I'd share with you guys. Anyway, today we're going to catch you guys up on the progress I've made on the house since last time, and we're going to do a couple of small projects, so let's get started. Okay guys, as you can see, we're kind of on our stairwell looking at the bathroom that we were working on last time. I haven't really changed anything. It's still kind of the same in here, although I kind of got rid of a thing. I was trying to see if carpets would hang on here vertically so it looked like a towel. It did not, so I don't know if I might use micro blocks or something with some wool to do that, but I hadn't gotten back to that yet. Otherwise, I've gotten messier around here. I'm getting all these chests lying around that I need to get rid of because eventually I need to build storage to put all this stuff in. I got rid of my furnaces and I've got 11 of them now piled up from elsewhere because I got rid of the ones that were just kind of community ones out in front, which I'll show you outside in a minute because we're going to be working out there. I decided this is going to be a dining room, so I'm going to build a dining room table and some chairs and stuff in here to make it look kind of cool off the kitchen like that. Not sure if I'm going to do some other dividers, like put a counter or something crazy in here. Not sure yet. We have to mess with it. I have a bunch of pixies in a jar I got from the Promised Land. I wanted to record in there, but it's just so laggy that I can't do it, unfortunately. And I've started doing some wool for outside. I dyed the sheep and, bred some up, so I have a bunch of sheep getting some colors for a future project. Maybe you can figure out what it is by that. I still have just the kitchen thingy over here, but you can see that I've done something with carpets here. It says chisel on it, which is why I said last time chiseled carpets, because it's from the chisel mod, but that's not actually what it's called. It's like a carpet block. Let's look it up. They are these carpet blocks, and then you can turn them into the regular carpets, but they still have the cool designs on it. And what's cool about it is when you put them down, it connects, so it's got a border on the outside, and then the center part spreads out, so you can make it as large as you want. So kind of like this. You see the borders are on the edge, and then it's solid in the middle. As long as you're not using it in carpenter's blocks or like the edges or something like this, then it doesn't connect. But it still looks cool having this runner up the stairwell. I thought it was neat. I've also ventured into the end really quickly that we've done on the server, and someone had made like a farm, so I grabbed a bunch of ender pearls so I can build these. It's an elevator, so I don't have to run all the way around to the stairs when I'm coming in the front door. I can just use my little elevator. You can put carpet over it, but you're not supposed to have a block, so that's why I've left that. But anyway, I've also done this. We have an entrance to our basement now. We updated the server to 109C or whatever it is, so we can use the, I keep wanting to say Steamworks, it's not that, it's MechWorks, I believe, for Tinker's Construct. That, so it adds in, I think it'll tell me, yes, the Advanced Drawbridge is what I'm using here. So what you can do is right-click on it, and you can put a block in here, and that will camouflage it so it looks different than normal. So I just wanted it to look like that. And then what you do is you put in the inventory up to this many, and it'll start here, and I'll put them out in order of what's inside. So you may be wondering, how am I triggering this? There's nothing here. Well, if you listen closely, you can hear the pressure plate. I have a pressure plate in the middle on both sides that I've wired up. And what I had to do was kind of invert the signal and have it go to all three at once as well, so that when you step on the pressure plate, it opens, because by default, or wait, did I have to invert? I don't know. I had to mess with a couple different things. But anyway, you have to make sure, I believe it's powered is when the drawbridge is out, so that would be door closed here. And when it's unpowered, it goes back in, I think. So I had to invert it. So when you stand on it, it puts out a signal, inverts, and then turns it off. Now the reason you can't see it is I'm using a ghost block. It's not a ghost block because there's that you can just walk through that's invisible, but it's the pressure plate version of it. Let's see if I can find it. I think if I put in, whoops, camo. which part? Secret rooms, that's right. Secret rooms mod. You can make all of these secret things, so I'm using the secret pressure plate. And what those do, any of those types of blocks, is they will take on the properties of a block next to them. And if you, whichever one you're placing it by when you do it, like if I clicked on the side of this factory block when I did it, so that's why it looks like those. So I thought it was kind of neat, made it a little nicer than just having pressure plates or switch or something. So I also have one right there. They're a little expensive to make. You have to make like camo paste, and that uses a lot of like zombie flesh. So if you don't have a lot of that lying around, you can't make them. So I haven't put them on every spot yet. I might not, because then I'm not sure I'll have to do something funky in order to get it to look like those. But all the wiring is back here in the wall, which you can see kind of part of it up there. I'm not a redstone genius by any means, but I can figure out a door. I'm at least that competent. So here you can see kind of what we've got going on. It's default powered by this torch, so that does this block and the block above it, because it's really weird. It powers this block, which energizes this one, so it does these two, the bottom two rows, and then I also feed a signal up and around, which powers this one, so that does the top. And then when the actual pressure plates go, they turn this torch off and so then they retract the doors. Not too shabby. Let's go back to myself. I've expanded this room just a little bit so that I could put basins on the back. I just did that today because I was trying to do some stuff with blocks, and just doing it with one is very, very slow. I also put my Tinker's books up here. And right now, I don't have I put some more iron in here. I used to have a bunch more until I got rid of stuff and made blocks, because I didn't want to lose it when I changed it. I've switched these tables around because I wanted to have this over here so we can have that. What that does is here, when you put a tool in to upgrade it like this, you can now do that in the table, so you can put all sorts of stuff around it. And you can also do stuff with what I'm going to build today. Do I have, whoops, I moved it over here. Iron, I need 2 of these, because we're going to move on to a project. This is concrete blocks. I'm going to dress all this stuff up. Over here is a room I've carved out. I'm going to do advanced genetics to make a lab or something. Kind of cool. Ooh, we're going to go gather these real quick so I can plant more. I've put a few reeds down here just because I had the water already. Don't need it. Alright. That way I can make paper for Tinker's Construct. Pretty cool. I'm going to do that for my next round of tools. I've got some paper bindings and things so that I can get the writable property that gives me an extra slot to do modifiers, which will be pretty nice, so I can make faster tools or whatever I want to do. So these tools aren't bad, but I need some better ones so I can mine cobalt and whatnot, and just so that they work faster. So that's what's going on with the smelter. We're going to continue with these factory blocks around here, use that as a theme, that and the concrete, and also, now I've lost it, there's another one like futuristic something. Futuristic armor plating block, which you do that by putting stone around an iron ingot, very similar to the factory blocks, which uses light. I believe it's here is where that goes in that recipe for these factory blocks. Let's look that up just so you guys know. I'm pretty sure I did it last time, but might as well do it again. Factory block. I need the regular kind. There we go. Yep, I was right. So you can do it in a ring. You get a ton more of those, so making factory blocks is easy peasy. You get a ton of them for very few materials. There we go. Here's my leftover ones. So I'm going to use that. And some of the other ones make it kind of a futuristic lab, which it seems like all the guys that I watch on YouTube, like Corrales is doing, B-Dubs has a little bit of one. But hey, if it ain't broke, don't try and fix it and do something different, because this is cool. I like it. It's a little quiet, but you can kind of hear the metal. But anyway, let's build it down here real quick. We're going to do one of our small projects today. So we're going to make an armor stand from Better Storage, one of the other things in 109 that they added was better storage. You also have chests and things that you can make, but we're going to do this, and we're going to put something from Tinker's Construct on it. Whoop. See? Elevator's really nice. Now I'm going to do, this is kind of, you know, entrance area. Bam. I think we can put armor stands in the corners or something. Make them kind of like coat racks. So what are we going to put on this? Well, that's what I have all these large plates for today. We can make armor with them. It's Tinker's Construct stuff. It makes an exoskeleton suit thing that looks pretty cool. And like other Tinker's Construct stuff, you can modify it. It doesn't really change the visuals like it does for the tools. Boom. But what it does do is, let me make all these real quick. Make a hat, goggles anyway, and pants. Let's get rid of my diamond armor. We'll show you what this looks like. Still have the pickaxe in my head. So, as you can see, this looks kind of like stuff that goes around you, like, you know, an exoskeleton. So if you've ever seen, there's many movies, but, you know, kind of like mechanical stuff around the outside of you. So it fits really well with Tinker's Construct. I think the goggles look kind of funny and cool. Pretty neat. It doesn't give you any armor, so you see I don't have any armor block thingies above my hearts. But you can add modifiers, some of them which will give you more armor, you can get more speed, you can do more attack damage, stuff like that. And, you know, we'll do that soon, I think. Maybe make a couple suits of that. I don't know. It may or may not be worth it. Switch it out. I want my feather falling back. Oh, wait. No, that's right. I don't have feather falling right now. I forgot. But armor stand. Whoops. Gotta be careful crouching on that thing. I think just right click, or is it shift right click? There we go. You gotta do it in the right spot. That's right. So that looks kind of cool sitting there, and we can put some other types of armor in the corners here once I get rid of all this stuff. I have to figure out what I want to do for storage. I have a couple ideas. One, I figure I want to decorate all this stuff in here. We're going to have all these like cabinets and the bedside cabinets, all that stuff from the Crayfish furniture mod. Plus we have storage lockers and things from Better Storage. Let's show you those real quick. So you have these that are lockers. You reinforce them with different kinds of materials, and you can stack those vertically, and you can put the chests sideways like normal. And they have a lot more space. They're pretty awesome. You can also make storage crates and cardboard boxes, which would be kind of cool. I want to do in a storage room somewhere, whether I make a warehouse or whether I just do kind of a room down in the basement. Which is probably better. I don't know. A lot of guys are doing automated storage stuff, which is cool and all, but I don't know, it bugs me because I'd rather just jump to a specific chest myself rather than waiting for stuff to go through pipes and blah, 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 blah. That stuff's pretty awesome. I might do it eventually in the future, but for now, I don't have enough stuff to really make that viable. So what we're going to do is build us a room at some point, and we'll probably keep some stuff in cabinets so it's easy to get, like I've done here with food, just easy to go get in the fridge, and it makes sense. But we'll also do like a bigger storage place, and we'll throw some crates and things around to make it look pretty as well as be functional. So that's a future project I have planned. So let's go outside really quick, show you another thing we've done with the house. Turn into a bat real quick. Storage statue mod. Hey, pretty awesome. Now what you do with this is you have a hammer, and it's specific to the statue mod, which is, whoops, go through the door, not into the door, is this one right here. It just is called hammer. So if we look at this, hit R for recipe, it's real simple to make, just a couple pieces of iron and a couple sticks, and you get the hammer. You also have the pallet, which I had hanging around last time. You make that with dye and a thing of planks, and you have to shift right click, I found out on it, and that's how you get the full color statues. So I just did a random pose, thought it was goofy, so I kept it. You have like randomize, and I did that, so I was like, I'm doing some magic. So I put like a focused ender pearl in one hand, put some quantum ore in the other, just because they have that cool animation where they're kind of magically looking. I was just messing around a little bit, so I was like, I'll put a statue outside my house. I also got rid of all the chests and things that used to be here, and I finished the roof. I just wanted to make it crazy colorful, so I did checkerboards. I've got, this is loftwood from Promised Land, that's the yellow. Red is cherry wood, which is what these are. You have pink cherry and white cherry. The wood is the same, but the leaves are different. Whoops, that's not pink cherry. This is pink cherry. I keep looking wrong. See, the Sakura and that kind of similar, but you can see how they're different. That one's just normal leaves. They're pink. This one is all actual flowery looking. So one of the guys I've been, looking for this biome. These only show up in cherry blossom biomes. And I've been looking for it. Didn't ever find one until someone else found one. Juan found it on here and told me where it was. I built a portal to it. Went out there, gathered a bunch, planted a couple back here at spawn so I could have it. And I've got a bunch of saplings as well. So you got a few more just kind of around here so far. And then, I put some seeds on here to get that grassy look. This is not the same as that. As you can tell, it's a little bit darker. That's actually called darkwood, which you find in the nether, and it looks something like these. I like the little weird green blobs that grow on it. So it's darkwood. The only problem is these things are stingy with saplings, and they are like 3 or 4 blocks only of logs. So it's really slow to gather if you want to actually use them. That's the roof. We also have our spigot that actually works. Go back to myself. And as you can see, I've got a bunch of colored sheep out here. That's kind of updates. I haven't been able to play a lot since last week, so this is kind of one time before this recording session is about all I've had time for. I've got plans on moving these bookshelves out and get them out of my yard and make an actual kind of like enchanting building, small enchantment hut or store or something. I'm not sure what our theme's going to be here in Spawn. But you see I placed a little bit of cobble out here, so I'm going to tell you what this is. I just put this up. This is plans for kind of a roadway system, so we're going to have like a little path up here to sort of a traffic circle with plans to put a statue kind of thing, maybe some bushes or something in the middle, just a cool little focal point. So a traffic circle, and then we're going to have a path going that way, following the cobble, and we're going to have a path up to Mark's house there, and we're going to have a path going this way for future buildings, I am sure. That way it's kind of like a compass. You go off 4 different directions, like most traffic circles, unless they're crazy complicated. And I want to do roadways out of a lot of this, which is chiseled stone bricks. It's kind of fun looking. And it looks good in pretty much any texture, in the Sphax texture pack too, if I remember what it looks like in my head. I can't remember exactly. I will put it on to show you, except I do not have the Sphax texture pack at the moment. I need to get that again. I wonder if, I think they have updated versions of it that put a lot more of the blocks that are in here in it. So I might start using it soon. Because that's what I was not using it as. 1, I'm used to vanilla a little bit more. 2, unlike some people, I actually like what vanilla looks like in this, all these mod packs. And it doesn't feel like vanilla just because you have all these different varieties with chisels and all this other stuff, new block types and woods, all this different stuff makes it not feel like vanilla. Haha. Airship. Puppy must be at spawn. We've had trouble with this airship. Because I think he tried putting too many things that were not vanilla in here, and it kind of broke stuff. So at one point it disappeared, it crashed the server, he couldn't log in because it would crash him every time. I don't know. I think we figured it out, hopefully, because I want to build something using that type of stuff. But you can get in that and fly it, it's pretty cool. So anyway, guys, that's kind of my plans for here. I'm going to get to building some of this, and I will get back with you when it's time to do the statue and stuff in the middle. Because, digging through, and doing paths, not so exciting, really. But we'll do a little bit of work on this center focal point area when I return. So I got to go get me some materials, and I'll be back with you shortly. Okay, guys, I've done a little bit of road building here. Nothing too fancy. but I've got 4 different kinds of blocks that are all really close to each other in here, so it makes subtle differences in the road. We've got a place set up for our statue with sky stone, and let's see if we can figure out the difference. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, and 4. Yeah, actually they're all right here. These 4 is what I've used. Unfortunately, for some reason, I cannot cut them into micro blocks. I can with regular stone. I can with these blocks that are made from cobblestone, but I can't do it from the ones that are made from stone brick or just, you know, smooth stone. I don't know why. It's really weird. I need to remove that tree, but as you can see, it connects up here. And then I still got some road building to do because I want to connect it up to Mark's house up there, although without knowing what I'm going to do with the micro blocks in order to go up levels, I'm not sure yet. Then we're going to go this way a little bit. We might put a fence or something around our farms and build a path through it as well. And then, you know, if we want to build other buildings out here someday, we can always just connect them up. We're going to make this a little fancier looking. I'm not sure exactly what I want to do. I might want to cut these in half and make them shorter. In fact, let's try that right now. I should have enough for this. Let's see, where'd those go? Aha. We're just going to try with slabs at first to build a base. Okay, that's what I was wondering. I didn't know if it did that nice connection look or if they were tiled when you did micro blocks. Now I know. We'll have to cut some more if we like this. Whoops. That's not the way we want you to go. Let's do a little choppy job because I wanted to see how this looks. Yes, I think I like it better with that stepped look. So we're going to chop these all out and replace it. And I'm thinking what I might do is instead, especially since these are tiled now, is right here do some sort of light fixtures. Just so it's all well lit up and looks pretty cool. We're all ready with our hammer here, but we're going to do this first. So let's see. 1, 2, 4 again. There we go. Yeah, I like that better. Get a nice step up. So, since this is Double Tap Surfer, I think I'm going to make a statue out of Double Tap. Whoops, wrong way. So, we'll put his... Whoops. Minecraft name in here. It looks like he's got some sort of Iron Man skin or something on right now. And how should we pose him? Let's do random, see what we get. That's actually kind of funny. But we're gonna keep going. I wish you could bend the elbows and stuff on here. Then you could do some even more crazy stuff like put hands on hips. Unfortunately, that's not possible. See, it gets all these goofy poses when you do randomize. So you can see where I got mine from. Like, what in the heck? Seriously? I actually kind of like this as a start. There's the other leg. Woohoo! Ooh. There, let's go with that. Bam! That actually looks pretty awesome. I think that I'm going to make a palette for that, but I don't know if I've got enough materials. Let's check real quick, and then we're going to wrap this episode up. I need to change my path around my house. I don't like it. So we're done with this. Oh, wait, I forgot. I moved a lot of my dye out here. I'll need a red. I know I can get green I don't know if this blue will work. I think I need the regular blue. Which we might be able to get as well. Okay, let's see. I don't have any cactus in here. Nope. Alright. We're going to go a little bit of a roundabout way, but we are going to get this figured out. Alright. Let's clean some of this junk up later. Well, now I'm going to need the room, so. Chisel. We'll just turn you all back into stone brick for now, and cobble. Alright, good enough for me. And I don't need a chisel right now, so we put you up. We have red, we have fake blue. We're going to do us a little sheep shearing. And what we can do from this is we can get us some blue dye, perhaps. I will show you how once we get us all this sheared up. These silly sheep keep getting random hats in here, like, there's no hats, and then the next time I log on, there's like a ton of them. It's ridiculous. It's so tempting to kill you guys for them. Come on. I have done it actually a couple times because you can breed them right back up. Did I get them all? I don't know. I actually think I have these hats, except for maybe the cat. Is it a cat? Stop turning around, sheep. Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. I gotta get that. And now I'm a sheep because, hey, all different color sheep count as different kinds, apparently. So we've got us red. Oh, I was going to get cactus too. Alright. We don't need... I didn't get the purple or anything. I think there's more out there. That's okay. We don't need it. Move along. Let's go get us a piece of cactus. There we go. That way they didn't break on us. And let's go cook this stuff up and make us a palette so I can show you guys how that works. One thing I'm not sure about these statue mods is once you've made them, if the skin changes. I'll have to test that out. Because if someone changes their skin, I don't know if it like just updates the statues because it's looking at skin servers or if it saves out a version once you make it. No idea. Alright, we need to cook you. And what we need to use is this pulverizer up here. So if you put wool in it, it makes string. But as a byproduct, sometimes, not every time, and it's pretty rare, you get dye out of it. So I'm hoping we'll get one out of this amount of wool we usually do. This is definitely a great way to get string. Ah, there we go. And lapis. I'm an idiot. I had plenty of lapis, but hey, this way we're going to show you the pulverizer, and I do need string to make those air balloons. Alright, that's enough. So, which one? There we go. I think we can do this now, although I need regular wood, because I know it doesn't work with that. I've tried it before. Okay, let's see. It should work with spruce. And sure, let's just throw that all up there. Got us a red, and a green, and a blue, and a piece of wood. That doesn't work, but this might. There we go. That's the way it's supposed to go. Now let's see if it works with this other blue. It does not, so it's very specific. Some things you can use any type of the random, duplicate blocks. Some things you can't. So now we have a palette. It uses it up when you're finished. Quickly. Green dye, why not? Shears. There we go. Let's finish this episode by giving Double Tap a little bit of color, shall we? I like his victory pose. So you have to shift, right click, and bam! Iron Man is born! Double Tap's a big Iron Man fan. In case you did not know, now you do. So yeah, I think we've done something pretty cool. We're going to continue to kind of try and dress this up a little bit so it's not just as plain as this. But hey, we've got a little bit more structure. Infrastructure is the word I'm looking for around here now. It'll be pretty cool. We've got our smeltery building, and I've got plans for a few other buildings. I want to make it spawn just for fun. They may not get used a lot, but it will, make a nice little town kind of up here is what I'm hoping. So, yeah, I think that'll be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll get into some more stuff next time. Hopefully I can get some more furnishing in my house. I just need to figure out storage first so I can move all those chests out of the way. And then we can put some furniture and things in there. A few ideas. Hey, we got some people joining the game. I'm on right now. Juan just got on and Bush is on. So I'm going to say hi to Juan and call this an episode. Bye to you guys. Anyway, we'll catch you all in the next episode.